Hello everybody, this is Crystal Guardian here to do another tarot reading for the collective. This is going to be the Sunday bonus reading with the Crystal Tarot deck. So I'm just going to call in the guides, guardians, spirit, ancestors. Please give us your divine guidance and wisdom in this reading today. Any negative energies being sent our way, please return them back to the sender. Okay, so like I always do, I'm going to create 3 columns. So that's the first column. And you could select which group you want. And I don't read these cards in the reverse. I only read them in the upright. Okay. You're actually telling me to take these 3 and pick this one up. So that's what I'm going to do. So these are the 3 groups. You could select group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. Whichever column resonates with you. And we'll see what the reading is going to be for the week, depending on the group you pick. These will be the crystals that you should work with and meditate with for the group that you selected for this week. Okay, so in the first row, we have the 3 of Swords, and it says, I see things exactly as they are, and the stone is sugilite. Like I said, I still haven't found my sugilite. I looked for it everywhere. I can't find it. I have to get a new piece. So, I don't have it with me, but the stone, if you want to work with it or meditate with it, it's sugilite for the 3 of Swords, and it's I see things exactly as they are. So let's open the book and do the reading. So 3 of Swords is usually about heartbreak. You might be going through some kind of heartbreak right now. We'll get the meaning of the stone. And then I'll read the meaning of the card. So for sugilite, it's a crown chakra stone. And it's to help you with gaining perspective, inspiration, and endurance. And the meaning behind the card, according to the book that came with the deck, says loss and heartbreak, hidden information comes to light, often bringing sorrow and tears. In love, the card can show betrayal, such as affairs. Overall, this 3 denotes upset and stress, and you may need to take extra care of yourself physically and emotionally. There is an additional message here, however, which is to seek the truth, to get to the heart of the matter in the most direct way that you can. When you see a situation exactly as it is, with no expectation or romantic filter, you can then be in a position to deal with it. And then the next card that we have is the Page of Swords, and that's ametrine, and I do not have a piece of that either. And it says, I take care of the detail and stay in control. I just want to make sure you could see with the glare, because this ring light has a terrible glare. So I take care of the detail and stay in control. So let's see what this is for ametrine. Ametrine is a third eye stone, and it helps you with focus, creativity, intuition, and insight. And the meaning of the card is details and information and contracts. This page, as a person, has a sharp mind. He may be entertaining, but at his worst, he could be the cause of barbs and gossip. As a situation, the card asks you to be mindful of all official documents, from contracts to application forms. Pay attention to the details so the information you give is clear and complete. In relationships, the page can denote irritation and small arguments. More generally, the card can show the need to be vigilant so a situation does not escalate. So I feel like, because now we have the Eight of Cups coming out, and that's aquamarine. Now the Eight of Cups is usually about walking away. So it says, I accept my situation without resistance. And I do have an aquamarine here. I have two of them. This and this. So the aquamarine helps with emotional wisdom and truth, and it's a throat chakra stone. And the Eight of Cups, the card meaning, is a change of heart, moving on. The 8 is the number of change, as signifies a change in your life as you transition from one place or situation to another. You may have hit a wall knowing you cannot progress further, so the only option is to walk on. Overall, this 8 signifies a change that is needed, as it comes quietly without soul searching. This card's message is about accepting the way things have turned out and knowing the right time to make a move. So I feel like with all three of these cards, I feel like with the Three of Swords here, you had to accept some kind of heartbreak situation. You could have faced some kind of betrayal, like it said, an affair. I don't know why I said emotional affair. An affair. You had to walk away after dealing with this heartbreak. And then with the Page of Swords being here, you had to possibly focus on the details to stay in control. What did it say again with the Page of Swords? It said, keep a sharp mind, stay vigilant to a situation so that it does not escalate, because it can denote irritation and small arguments, but it's also telling you to pay attention to details so that the information is clear and complete. So I feel like you probably were paying attention to details. Things weren't adding up for you if this is in a relationship. And whatever you were looking at, being vigilant about, noticing these small details, is what made you realize this betrayal here with this Three of Swords. It caused heartbreak for you, and you had to walk away. So if this is a situation that you're going through, or you picked this column, this could be what's coming ahead for the week. I'm sorry if it is. It's not a great reading for this row of cards. So like I said, the stones that you would meditate with would be aquamarine, sugilite, and ametrine. So if you pick the second row, let's see what the second row has. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is malachite. And I have a malachite stone right here. And the card says, I trust my ideas and direction. So I'll read what the stone meaning is and then the card. So for malachite, malachite helps with abundance, protection, and transformation, and it's a heart chakra stone. And then for the card meaning, it says potential growth. You reflect on your situation and wonder if it's all been worthwhile. The message of this 7 is to keep going even when you're doubting yourself and your goal. You are on the right track. If you commit and persevere, you will get the rewards you deserve. It may be tempting to feel dissatisfied and look elsewhere, as you have worked hard and invested so much time and energy. Appreciate the gains you have made and dedicate yourself. There is much more to come. So basically, just keep focusing on your goals. Don't get distracted. Don't give up. All right, now we have the Lovers, and that is rose quartz. So I actually have a little rose quartz heart right here. And that goes with the Lovers card. So it says, for the message of this card, I trust my knowing and make a commitment. So let's go to the Lovers in this book. Okay. So it says, 2 lovers face one another in a paradise garden, the hazy sunshine illuminating a perfect setting. Between them is a rose quartz heart, a symbol. That's so funny because that's actually what I have here. It's a rose quartz heart. Between them is a rose quartz heart, a symbol of the love they offer one another. Rose quartz crystal points sparkle behind them, glowing alongside pink and yellow roses and pretty garden flowers. This couple is not quite entwined, however. There is something still to realize or to commit to. The meaning of the card, it says, this card can simply show love or a new relationship, but often there is a decision to be made. And this applies to a relationship and to other areas of life, such as work and finances. The Lover's card asks you to think carefully about the future and make the right decision rather than act impulsively to get what you need now. And the crystal, it says rose quartz is a love crystal linked with the heart chakra. It helps us to love ourselves more, to love others, and to have compassion. It's a gentle spiritual energy, also promotes relaxation and meditation. It may heal the heart from hurtful past experiences so we can trust the choices we make in the present. To attract love or generate more compassion, hold the card. Well, you can hold a piece of rose quartz if you have it. Focus on the rose quartz and feel the crystal's love vibration. And again, the message is, I trust my knowing and make a commitment. And then we have the Chariot here. And the Chariot is carnelian. So this is a rough piece of carnelian that I have here. It's not polished. You can kind of see the back of it. So for the Chariot, it says, the message is, I go forward with confidence. The Chariot shows a character on an important journey, leaving behind him the city, his known world. On his breastplate is a pentagram studded with crystals. The central crystal is a carnelian, a stone of courage. His chariot is drawn by 2 horses, which symbolize the positive and negative he will encounter on his travels. He must balance the dark and the light in order to move in the right direction. The meaning behind the card is, this is a time for action, to make progress and move on to the next stage of your life path. The Chariot reveals a great step forward from taking the driving seat in your projects, career, and relationships to traveling physically too. Summon your energy and determination as you forge ahead. And then the stone It says carnelian, a stone of energy and courage, links with the base chakra, so the root chakra, for security and identity. Carnelian helps promote a stronger sense of self so you could go forward with confidence and determination. Wherever you feel life is pulling you in two directions, hold the carnelian stone and focus on the stone. It will guide you to the right path and give you the courage you need. Okay, so I feel like maybe you have some kind of decision to make. This could be in a romantic relationship with the lovers here. And this is all about your confidence with the Chariot here. It says, I go forward with confidence. The lover says, I trust my knowing to make a commitment. And then the Seven of Pentacles is about trusting your ideas and your direction. So I feel like these cards all coincide with one another. It's all about basically trusting yourself to make decisions, step forward, don't be indecisive. With the Seven of Pentacles here, just because you see a lack of progress in something or you feel like things aren't moving quickly enough for you, don't give up. This could be a romantic situation with the lovers. Now, it said with the lovers that there's a decision to be made. It could apply for a relationship, but also it could apply in other areas of your life as well, such as work and financing, to think carefully about your future, to make the right decision instead of acting impulsively. And then the Chariot is about moving forward with confidence. So it's about taking a step back, not giving up, moving forward with confidence, believe in yourself, and make a commitment to what it is that you're trying to do. So that is the reading for the week if you pick the second column. Now with the third column, we have the High Priestess, which is lapis lazuli. And it says, my intuition guides me to the truth. And here's a piece of lapis. So for the High Priestess card, let's go to that. I think this card came out in last week's reading. So, my intuition guides me to the truth. The High Priestess stands between two pillars which separate the physical world and the spiritual realm. Wearing blue and white robes, she holds a sacred book emblazoned with a key, symbolizing teaching, wisdom, and truth. She stands upon a pathway of lapis lazuli and has a lapis stone in her third eye chakra. The lapis signifies truth, higher purpose, and a spiritual knowing. Her moon crown denotes intuition and psychic connection. The meaning of the card is the High Priestess asks you to follow your inner knowing. So this is a time to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. You may be drawn to spiritual development or psychic work just now. The card can also show finding a teacher or a mentor and seeking a deeper personal knowledge. Another aspect of the card is the need for discretion, privacy, and even secrecy. You may have a secret to protect. The crystal, lapis, brings insight, wisdom, and protection, and is linked with the third eye and the throat chakras for communication and intuition. This stone is a stone of awareness, can expand your vision and intuitive abilities, so you see the deepest truth in any given situation. Focus on the lapis lazuli and feel the power of your inner knowing. Then we have the Seven of Wands. It says, I actively hold true to my values. And for that, we have the garnet. So for the Seven of Wands card, okay, let's go to the meaning of the garnet first. Okay, so the garnet is a root chakra stone, and it helps with passion, perception, and balance. So for the card, it says, The Seven of Wands signifies a challenge. You may need to fend off a barrage of upcoming demands and requests, or feel you must otherwise actively defend your position. The message is that you be crystal clear about your beliefs and intentions and communicate them precisely so you cannot be misunderstood. Then the situation will not get out of control. Be clear about your boundaries in advance so those concerned know exactly where they stand. An additional meaning is representing a cause you feel passionate about and speaking up in defense of it. And again, the message is I actively hold true my values. And it is the Garnet. And then the final card for this column is the Hermit. And that's turquoise. I don't have a turquoise stone on me right now. So it says, I follow my own path. So we'll go to the Hermit. Okay. So it says, the hermit meditates in a crystal cave alone. He is guided by his inner light or knowing, which is symbolized by the glowing star within the lamp. Atop his staff sits a vibrant turquoise stone, and his staff is entwined with a snake, a symbol of healing. At his throat chakra, he feels the vibration of the turquoise and senses the stone's wisdom messages. Turquoise brings the hermit healing, protection, and guidance as he journeys through new inner landscapes. So the Hermit is a card of completion, of contemplation and reflection. In tarot, the Hermit was once known as Father Time, shown with an hourglass in his lamp, signifying a time for healing. You may need time alone now to process recent events. The Hermit also indicates personal growth, study, and learning, and an opportunity to discover your esoteric wisdom. The turquoise is a strongly protective crystal that promotes healing, friendship, and good fortune and spiritual connection. Associated with the throat chakra, turquoise aids self-expression and helps you clearly hear your inner guidance when faced with following the crowd or going your own way. Hold the card and focus on the Hermit's turquoise and feel your power to explore new and unusual pathways. And again, the message is I follow my own path. So I feel like if you pick this column, you're being really called to follow your inner guidance and wisdom, to hold back. Don't speak out. Like, don't just, like, move in silence, basically. Don't speak without thinking, because the High Priestess said it's time for secrecy and not revealing things to other people. And I feel like with the Hermit, it's kind of the same energy. Like, it's about following your inner guidance for both of these cards, the High Priestess and the Hermit. Following your intuition, going within. And with the Seven of Wands, maintaining your boundaries. So I feel like this is a time, like I said, for you to move in silence if you pick this column for this week. Don't tell people your plans or what you have going on. Don't let everybody know your business. Maintain your boundaries. And follow your gut. Follow your intuition before you speak. Don't just tell everybody what you're planning to do. And like I said, maintain your boundaries with people. Don't let people overstep. Don't overshare. So that's the message if you pick the third column. So that is the reading for the bonus Sunday Crystal Power Tarot reading. This is from Jane Wallace, this tarot deck. So if you liked it and it resonated with you, drop a like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next reading. Have a great day. Bye.